All right, fellas, it's that time of year. 2020 Daytona is here. We have two tracks to check out. And it's a bit weird because they're very, very different from each other. One has the better layout. The other one has probably more accurate to everything it should have. So let's jump into it and check out the first track. Alright guys, you should see the name of the creator on the screen. Before we get into the track, I do have to mention I did have to search high and low to find a 2020 Daytona track. There just really wasn't that many options out there. I tried PlayStation, I tried PC, and then ultimately we ended up on Xbox here. I think on PC, there was maybe one or two, and I didn't feel like they were as good as the two tracks we check out here. And PlayStation was very similar to Xbox. There just really wasn't, or PC, there really wasn't that many options out there. Xbox didn't have a ton either. But this specific track here, I felt like was the best out of every track I tried. It had the most accurate layout out of any of them. This is basically how the track appears to be in real life. It is missing a tiny bit, like here. There should be a bridge, kind of. And then here. And then here it was just a double. But I believe there should be a third jump in there somewhere. Everything else is pretty similar to how the track map is. But the overall layout was so good, I just had to show you. I believe, yeah, this section is right. You have the whoops into a wall. And then you hit the 180, hit the wall again. And now this section, I believe there should be 5. And he just had 4. So it's not exact. This section's pretty similar to, and I know the line that we're hitting here, we're going for, probably isn't how they'll hit it in real life. I mean, it all feels a bit more spaced out on the track map. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that we were treating some of those walls as an actual jump, and I don't believe they'll do that in real life. I could be wrong. I really don't know, but overall, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of this year's Daytona. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel, but I personally feel like it's not an amazing design. Maybe it'll have really good racing, and it's hard to go off of, trying to replicate it in Supercross 3 here. It's fun in the game. Like I said, I don't really feel like they'll be hitting the same line that we're hitting. They'll have to treat some of those walls as walls, and some of that stuff is way more spaced out than it is here. But, I mean, it's probably pretty hard to recreate Daytona in the game because Daytona, it's a skinny, long track, so you kind of run out of room. But I feel like they did a really, really good job here. I believe this is Faster Than You is the name of the guy who made it. So really, really good job. I really did enjoy this version. This was pretty by far my favorite version of Daytona that we are going to check out here today. But we do have one more, so let's hop on over into the second version of 2020 Daytona. All right, so here we have track 2. This track wasn't exact to the layout of the track map, but it did have all the jumps. Like, he didn't have to skip on adding certain sections because of how he built the track. As you can see here, after that Supercross triple, the whoop section and the wall should have came right after it in a straight. There shouldn't be a turn there. And he decided to put in a corner there so that he could fit everything, and he does that a little bit throughout the track. And I don't really have a problem with it. I still prefer the first track. I preferred, even if he didn't have everything, I enjoyed the fact that it was the real layout, you know? And it was really close. But this track probably has more true to how the map would have it, besides the fact that the actual layout is incorrect. You know what I mean? And the table for the landing after the finish, I'm not a huge fan of that. It doesn't appear to be that way in the track map. Doesn't mean it won't be. It just doesn't appear to be that way. And this section where we have the wall, we're kind of doubling off and then double, triple. I mean, that feels realistic enough. The map has it built a tiny bit different, but he does have the bridge here, similar to how Daytona. I mean, it is stretched out a bit more in the track map, but I feel like he did a pretty good job. And then here he has the double, and then he actually has the jump out to flat. So I feel like both tracks have a strong point, but both had some flaws. But out of all the tracks we tried, which wasn't very many because there really wasn't that many 2020 Daytona replicas, these were, in my opinion, the two best. And a heck of a lot better than I could do myself. So that's why we tried to find your guys's. But yeah, I had to search on 3 different platforms to find these tracks. But really, really good job. I'm gonna give my picks for the weekend. For 250s, I was gonna say McElrath, but I think I'm gonna go with Martin. Yeah, Martin for the 250. He's done well there in the past. And Tomac. Tomac is just a beast at Daytona. So I see him being very, very tough to beat here. So let me know who you guys choose in the comments down below. Also, let me know which track was your favorite. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.